And it's about to, yeah, right. Um, we are live streaming. Over to you, Madam Sergeant at Arms, Zahra Ibrahim.
Good morning to all esteemed guests and members and fellow Toastmasters. I declare this meeting open, the 49th meeting of Quantum Leap Toastmasters Club. So there are certain few, ground rules to follow. So you are all encouraged to turn on your videos and turn off your microphones. And secondly, we tend to avoid discussions about gender, religion, and politics in a discriminatory or an offensive manner. So, yeah. So over to our president, the acting president. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Madam Sergeant at Arms. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the 49th meeting of Quantum Leap Advanced Toastmasters Club. Um, so, since our president is not present in the meeting today, I will be the acting president. And it is my, since all of you are experienced Toastmasters, we can skip over the introduction of what is Toastmasters, and instead we can move on to our guest, who is also our keynote speaker, DTM Raghunatha Raju. Please introduce yourself, although we all know you, but still introduce yourself. And yeah.
Thank you very much for having me today. In short, I will say I call myself a nomadic Toastmaster in pursuit of excellence. That's it. Thank you.
Wow, that was short. So, honored and privileged to have you. In fact, you have been part of many meetings and you're a very active part of Pakistani Toastmasters community. And we are honored to have you. We also have Toastmaster Ibtihaj Fatma. Ibtihaj, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Tihaj Fatma, a member of Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club, and I joined Toastmasters meeting to get a very beautiful experience and to get the insights that help me to grow. And I'm here to work on my leadership and communication skills. I'm a student. I'm preparing for civil services of Pakistan, and looking forward to be on a leadership role soon. Over to you.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ibtihaj. Before we move on, I'd like to make an announcement that the next meeting will be the 50th meeting of Quantum Leap Advanced Toastmasters Club. And we, inshallah, plan to have a grand celebration by inviting dignitaries. We have already identified a keynote speaker who is one of our members. Because if you recall, I announced that first come, first served, whoever will step forward to deliver a keynote in the 50th meeting, they will get the slot, and somebody stepped forward. This will remain a surprise because the keynote speaker and the topic both are quite interesting. But for the rest of the roles, please take them up as soon as the slots are opened. Let's make that meeting also something that is fitting for such a momentous occasion. Um, Moving on, there are no significant businesses. There's no decision by executive committee to report. As far as the minutes of the previous meetings are concerned, our secretary has been working on them. In fact, he would have attended today, but he has been taken ill. So we hope that during the next meetings or during the next few days, those minutes will be shared. Now, moving on to the meeting itself. Today, our theme is You Are What You Eat. And it is my pet peeve with nature and God and science that is delicious is bad for you. If you want to go on a healthy diet, you can just stick to one principle, and that is that don't eat anything that you like and you'll remain healthy. So let's see how our keynote addresses that. We hope that we have some respite from that when we hear DTM Raghunatha Raju and his nuggets of healthy living. But before that, we'll introduce the role players. First role player is language evaluator Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim, and she'll please also introduce the word of the day.
Yes, sir, of course. So, our word of the day for today's meeting is elemental. So, basically, it means for or providing nourishment. So, the synonyms can be nourishing, nutrient, nutritious. And if I use it in a form of sentence, so gums are nutritious foods, but it's possible that they are not equal in elemental power to equal weights or starch or sugar. So you can use it I would encourage all of you to use it in the meeting. And apart from that, being a language evaluator, I'll be taking I will be seeing that um, you know who can I'm so sorry. So basically have to note good usage of grammar and not so good usage. So when the general evaluator will be calling me, I will be giving my report. So that's all. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim. And our timer today is just a second. Toastmaster Square Ahmed, our newest member. Toastmaster Khurram, is Toastmasters Zubair joining?
No, standing president, the Toastmasters Zubair is not responding at this moment.
All right, okay. So we'll make do, and if he joins, then he'll take up the role. Let me just improvise a bit here. So I will play the timer's role till Toastmasters Zubair joins. And everybody knows what a timer does. Everybody is a Toastmaster, so I'll skip over that role. Just keep an eye on my window when you're speaking. Now, moving on to our keynote for today, DTM Raghunatha Raju is a very well-known Toastmaster to all of the Toastmasters in Quantum Leap and many Toastmasters in Pakistan. He's been a very active member on the group. Uh, he is working on his fifth DTM, and uh, he is there are so many fields that he's good at, but one thing that he's especially good at is uh, establishing new Toastmasters clubs. Because I believe that DTM Raghu, there was a time when you established a club in 2 weeks or even 1 week. And he's been doing that. His services to the community are great, and they are not limited to his native country, but around the world. And his very presence here is concrete proof of that. So everyone, please put your hands together for DTM Raghunatha Raju and his keynote speech, Nuggets of Healthy Living. So Nuggets of Healthy Living, DTM Raghunatha Raju.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Talabin Hamid. You're a wonderful Toastmaster, and I always appreciate your leadership and your speaking skills. Well, talking about the theme of the day, you are what you eat. It's a wonderful theme, and it actually means what it is. I was introduced to this book by my sister a few years back, but I never cared to go through that much. But then I never believed that I was doing fat diets and everything. But then I was working on my health. Pandemic hit, and after that, everything becomes sluggish, and we were all forced to have vaccines. I'm not sure many of you will believe or not, but vaccines had their own side effects. After the second shot of a vaccine, I had some side effects and I had to literally work upon my health at that point of time. Can you allow me sharing, please?
Yes, you can share now.
Thank you very much. So before we move into that, let's try to understand what is healthy living. What do you mean by healthy living? I would say it is when you are positive, both your inner and outerwise. Your mental well-being is good, and same time, your physical well-being is also good. That's what matters when I say complete healthy living. It all started after a pandemic when I started getting side effects, especially the itchiness around my body. It was, I had to keep scratching, and I was being given deliberately the medicine that was not at all helping. Uh, and then they did some tests, and this is what it was. My blood sugar was very high at 9.3 HP1 ASC, and then my lipid profile was in such a bad condition. Everything shot up, and my blood pressure was about 180 by 120. And it was going south. It was not at all helping at that point of time, which is when I started working upon my health and discovered few health nuggets that I'm going to share today. First thing is water. Over everything that we drink, choose water. We all, on the pretext of modern living, have come to a point where we are literally killing ourselves by many a things, including the drinking sodas. Whether it is Coke, Pepsi, doesn't matter what you're drinking. It's literally sugary drinks. And you're just filling your body with that. But do you know water is the one that we call in India Amrut, which means actually the one that gives you life, that will rejuvenate your body. It is necessary for digestion. It is necessary for lubrication in your joint. It is necessary for flushing out the toxins. It is necessary for regulating body temperature. So drink water as much as possible and replace it with replace all other drinks that you're taking with water. But how much should you take it? That's a question, right? These are the few recommendations from different bodies of health. It said, for any woman, 8 glasses of water or 2 liters per day is what is recommended. And for men, it is 10 glasses. If the women are pregnant, 12 glasses of water or 2.5 liters of water is what is prescribed. And if their athletes are very active, then it is 12 to 16 glasses of water per day. We all have started using RO water, or rather filter that we have, electricity filter. So then the pH value is going literally down. Sometimes it is around 2 or 3 or 4. We don't even care about it. But then that also should that is something that we should take care of it. The right pH value or recommended pH value that we should consume as in is 8.5 to 10. So when next time that you have someone looking at your water filter, ensure they are setting up this pH value for your water. And between, keep drinking alkaline water. You can make it a natural alkaline water where you need to just throw few vegetables like it maybe cucumber or maybe some mint leaves in that and some lemon in that and keep it overnight and then you can drink in the morning. How should you drink it? We all just gulp the water at times, but that's not the way. When you start your morning, start drinking at least 1 liter of water. have hot water if possible. If not, at least warm water. And even if that is not possible, at least room temperature water. Do not go to refrigerator and start drinking that cold water. The hot water or the warm water will help you as a detox. It will flush out all the toxins and also all the indigested food from your body. Trust me, next time you wake up in the morning, start drinking the water, at least with one glass, and then get a habit of drinking 1 liter as soon as you wake up. Then divide the rest of the intake in your around your meals. Do not drink water half an hour before and half an hour after your meal. Try to have it only after half an hour after your intake. This will help you a lot. If not, if you're drinking in between, this will spoil the way that the digestion is going to happen. Right? That's about water. Next thing that you need to see is your workout. Our body has been made by God the Great to be active. Keep yourself active as much as possible, at least for an hour a day. Take those mini walks as much as possible. Stop using electronics to do the work at home. If possible, do the work at your home, your own, on your own. Or don't stop, I'd say, uh, ordering online. Go to that grocery shops or the stores by walk as much as possible. I started walking as much as possible, and within the 5 kilometer range from my home, I go by walk instead of going by car or a bicycle. That has helped me a lot. Avoid using lift. Start taking the stairs. I know there are some certain buildings that if it is more than 5 stairs, it might be difficult. So at least stop in between and then take those 5 floors, right? And do mini exercises if possible. Sit at one place and start doing exercises and start moving. If at least do the exercises for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it happens, it can be do. Cycling and swimming are some good exercises that you can do. These are the workouts that you can do because the body is meant to do workouts, right? Keep yourself active. Trust me, when once you make your workouts fun, it will help you and your family a lot. It will keep your mind active. Regular exercise will help you to manage your stress levels and also will keep your weight in check. And it also develops hormones, endorphins, which will keep your mood intact and happy. Now, next thing is healthy eating. Eat healthy as much as possible. And then choices that you make will keep you healthy in everything. And as they say, you are what you eat. We'll discover in this. First thing is eat vegetables and fruits as much as possible. Replace with all that sugary drinks, whether on the pretext of fruit juices and everything. Do not do that. Even if in natural fruit juices, stop taking them. Eat fruits if possible instead of drinking fruit juices. Why? Fruits give you the pulp and also the fiber that is necessary for your digestion. Instead of if you just drink fruit juices, it is going to add sugar to your body or blood very soon, and that might not be good if you are diabetic. Fruits give you natural essential vitamins and minerals. Even the vegetables give you that. It helps you in weight loss and controlling diabetes or high blood pressure, and also helps you control heart diseases, which is why you must consider taking vegetables and fruits as much as possible. Now, we all have habit of crunching those munches, whether it is fried potatoes or going to McD's and buying those burgers or maybe finger chips or anything, right? Replace them by healthy snacks. Remember how your fathers and forefathers used to lead their life. They never had this snack. They used to make it at home or use these instead. For example, the corns, bananas, or everything that they used to eat was a healthy snack, which is why they led a happy and long life. My grandfather lived till 85. He used to go by walk even at that age. He was a freedom fighter for the Indian freedom movement, and he was never sick. Trust me, I've seen him healthy and walking every day, even in the calamity situation. He was leading a good life, all because of his workout and healthy food that he had all his life. Think about it. Start having healthy food. Now, again, under the text of modern living, we are being fed poison on the name of healthy snacks, whether it is biscuits, cool drinks, or drinks, healthy drinks, it can be anything. Do not go by the labels which says a healthy snack, millet snack, and everything. But my dear friends, next time you're going to purchase something from the shelf, read the label, what exactly is in it, and you will know the truth. Every snack with has sugar in it, and sugar in various forms, actually dangerous forms. They say it's a whole wheat flour, but then it's actually the white wheat flour or the refined wheat flour, which is actually known as maida in Asia, which is a killer for your body. Most of these are the most unhealthiest snacks, and that can kill your body. Start eating live food instead of eating these dead foods. If you have anything, don't feel bad about throwing them away and replace with the right foods. Don't buy these foods next time that you are in a supermarket. Replace your grain with millets, whether it is rice or wheat, both of them should be replaced. Why? Millets help you in anti-aging. They have high in fiber, they have high nutrition value, and it helps in your digestion very better. It also helps you to curb both thyroid, diabetes, high BP, and also the heart diseases. So think about that. Replace your grains, whether it is rice or your wheat, both with millets. And there are several kinds of millets which you can use. And I'm sure several versions of them are available both in Pakistan, India, and different parts of the world. So try to go with them. These five whites are something that you must avoid in your life, and I have quit on them. First is refined sugar. Refined sugar is where they applied several chemicals to the sugarcane juice, and then finally, refined sugar is what is made, and it's not at all good for your body. Refined salt. Remember the times when India, or rather, when people came from outside India, or rather, even till the time of our forefathers. Still remember my grandfathers at my grandfather's house. They used to use this salt from sea. It was the main source of making pickles or curries and everything. But suddenly the people come and say, do you use iodine salt? Do you use refined salt? Everything started replacing it. But the bad part is we are being fed a chemical on the name of refined salt or iodate salt. It is not at all good for you because it is high in sodium and a killer for your body. And after that, trust me, we have, there are so many patients who are being affected by high blood pressure. Need to go back, start using rock salt or sea salt. instead of refined salt. Refined or processed rice and the pretext of fine eating, whether it is basmati rice or whether it is any kind of other rice that we're eating, we want it white rice. And we think white rice is the best rice. And we never think about the side effects. They are removing the barn from the rice and selling you same thing as protein powder or any other health products, and then selling you the rice that is waste and just carbons, the carbohydrates, and then that is why you must quit on processed rice. Instead of your fan of rice, then start eating single polished rice or red rice or maybe brown rice, but not the fully processed white rice. Same thing with wheat. Wheat is also sharbati wheat or anything, all different kinds of wheat as it's being sold is not at all good. Even that should be actually avoided. And we need to go for different kinds of wheat which has it is high in fiber. If not, the doctors are recommending today to completely avoid wheat. Milk. No, that's a different story. And we'll talk in detail in the next slide. Some facts about dairy, rather the facts that we know each one of us knows, but we keep ignoring it. In the times of our forefathers, we used to have buffaloes and cows at home, and they were part of the family. And we used to take milk, whatever was left after giving to the calves of buffaloes or cows. But sometime after it, they become industrialized, all the industries, then even the dairy industry has become vast, and people have to be fed the dairy, and then everybody want the milk, the curd, and etc. Which is why they started the dairies where they're milking, and sometimes, rather most of the times, what we are fed, at least in India and Pakistan, is the adulterated milk. They are mixing urea, shampoo, and different things, and then just making the adulterated milk. You will be surprised to know that at least 50 to 60% of the milk that is available in market is adulterated milk, from which you can make curd, you can make the the ghee and everything. But then how good is that? You never know how bad it is going to affect you. You're seeing today what's happening. And then even the milk that you're getting, even if it is pure, because they are using different kinds of hormone injections. And also the cows and buffaloes are being in unhealthy situations where they are not able to move, where they're just being artificially inseminated, everything that is causing a lot of effect, where you are getting pus cells, blood cells in the milk, and also these antibiotics and hormones that are affecting us. If you have seen the children, the, the women or the girl children today, if they are hitting puberty at the age of 8 or 9, all that is because of these hormones that are being fed through the milk. The fat that is coming through this milk is also something that's killing us. And due to the injections and different things that are being fed to these animals, we're also affected by the acidity from the milk that we are taking. So think about the milk that you are taking. Unless you know it's the right source, I would say avoid milk. Try to shift towards the nut milks or vegetarian sources, vegan sources of that. Again, eggs and meat. Eggs and meat are again the killer, where we are the cruelty that is being caused today. And then even the hormonal injection that are being given, and even today the broiler or the white hen especially that is being used as meat source of meat across different nations is again a killer there, because they're neither female or male. They're just giving eggs, they're just being bred, A 3 months baby is what is being served as a meat source for, and that is not at all helping us. It is increasing food, the weight of us, and also causing food infection, and also leading to cancer, digestion problems. And guess what? It is again a main source of hormonal disorders that is causing causing for many women when they have problem with their periods or the problem with their hormonal, and even in the men it's causing a lot of hormonal issues. Think about it. Next thing is smoking and drinking. This killer people on the pretext of fashion, they start smoking or drinking at their colleges or universities, and they think that's fashion, but they never know when they get addicted to it. It start lowering your immunity and causes for cancer. It helps, it creates respiratory issues, and you're wasting a lot of money there. It decreases your span of life. And I've seen people suffering from these problems in my family itself. My three uncles suffered from this, which is why I decided I will never drink or smoke. And then the thing is stress. We all undergo stress due to several situations, I would say, maybe pollution, maybe sound, and everything else that we have, worries that we have in life, right? So what you need to do is you should have right sleep, sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours, exercise as regularly as possible. Yoga, meditation is something that can help you to remove stress from your body. Work-life balance. Do not try to overwork on the pretext of pleasing your boss. Don't try to overwork. Try to maintain work-life balance. Enjoy your work. Same time, start spending time with your family. Give time to them so that you can regain all that happiness because you're working for your family, you're working for yourself, you're working for the food. So do not work on the cost of leaving, quitting your own family or your food and everything. Be responsible for your choices. Do not start blaming others or situation, everything. Be responsible for your choices, and then that will also keeps you away from negativity. Last but not least is good relationship with your creator. Keep praying. Doesn't matter which faith you believe in. This faith is going to give you strength that is necessary, and will give you the positivity that will help you to maintain health. Next thing is intermittent fasting. We need to fast. Why? Same way that if you have a house, you need time to clean, right? For example, people keep coming in, then you start entertaining them, and then and somebody else come, you need to entertain them. But then when will you get time to clean your house if people keep coming in the house, right? Similarly, if you keep eating, body will not get time to cleanse inside, and until it does the cleansing, it cannot heal. Our body has been made by the Almighty to cleanse in itself, but we are not giving it time by eating in unholy hours. We need to eat in proper timings and also give body at least 16 hours to cleanse. Now, if you maintain 16 to 8, you eat anything that you want in 8 hours and give body 16 hours to heal. We don't eat anything. You can drink water, but nothing else in the 16 hours. Then your body can start healing in, and you don't need to take any pills for recovering. Then there are other types of intermittent fasting also, which can be eating once a day, at eating in 2 days, once in 2 days, something like that. Sometimes people eat non-stop for 24 hours and then they stop eating for 24 hours. And then there's also OMAD, where you get 1 hour to eat, 1 meal a day, where you get to eat 1 hour, and then you maintain 23 hours of intermittent fasting. They are warrior diets. It helps you to fight the diseases and also decrease your body weight fast, and then it will help you to recover fast also. Now I'm started from 10 hours of maintaining the fasting and then slowly improved it to 16, and now I'm following OMAD where I just eat in 1 hour window and maintain 23 hours of intermittent fasting. Now this is something that you need to consider for that. Okay, now with all these nuggets that I followed in my life, was able to improve. Now, this year, when I look at my results, now I did the test in September 2023. Forgive me about the 20 the 2020 there. Now, from 9.2 to 4.9, my diabetes has decreased tremendously within a period of time. I was able to reverse my diabetes. Second thing, my lipid profile with high triglycerides, which is almost 483, it has come down to 70. And the cholesterol levels also have decreased almost by 50, I mean, rather 60 to 70%. And I'm still working on them. I've not taken a single medicine for migraine till now from last few months that I'm following this lifestyle. I've not even once fallen for, I mean, fallen sick on the pretext of fever or anything that I used to feel. I'm energetic now, able to do things. And guess what? I'm also able to manage life balance by giving time to family and same time to my work properly. This is all about life, right? And this is my transformation. My weight in last year was 103 kilos, 103 kilos, and right now I'm at 73 kilos, reduced 30 kilos in this period of time. What matters in life is following healthy habits. I would summarize with saying that follow this healthy habit. First thing is keep your body clean within by eating right food. Eat lively food and plant-based food as much as possible. Sleep like a baby. Avoid using your phones or watching TV and anything before you sleep. Give 1 hour of time before you sleep and then start either listen to music or reading a book before you sleep. Celebrate your moment, being active as much as possible. Nourish your relationship. Give time to your family. And even if you have some broken relationship, try to work on them and try to remove all the negativity from life. Have a purpose in your life. Whatever you love, whatever your hobbies are, try to tie with what you can help the society with. And last but not least is surrender yourself to Almighty. Irrespective of what happens in your life, think it is for good, and Almighty is looking upon you. I wish you all the best, and may you eat healthy and be healthy. I've set an example today, and right now it depends upon you whether you want to follow it or not. And I want to acknowledge the sources of the information where I got from. Started from Sattvic Moment, Operation Healthy Habits, heart.org, exercise.about.com, and naturenews.com. Well, thank you for having me today. I'm open up for questions or discussion on this topic.
Thank you so much, DTM Raghu. Let me celebrate movement by giving you a standing ovation. Not only for sharing such amazing knowledge with us, but achievements that you've made in your personal life. Very frequently, we encounter speakers and coaches and motivational speakers who just preach and preach and preach, and they have never done any of those things that they're preaching ever. just a picture of do as I say, not as I do. But what is different about your journey is that you have lived your journey. You have achieved a lot of stunning achievements, and then you have shared that journey with us. And it's a beautiful journey, especially the last slides of your 7 habits. That's not only a code for healthy dietary habits, that's a code for healthy living. And what's more, I have seen your journey live through your Facebook posts and social media. And trust me, over the past few months, I had to look closer and closer to recognize that whether it was the same DTM Raghu that was in the earlier photos. So congratulations, you are a genuine person. You have lived every minute of this journey, and now you have shared your findings. And in retrospect, everything that you suggested is not that hard to do. uh, Eating healthy and preserving relationship with the Almighty or praying, and incorporating plants and greens into your diet, which we are very bad at, by the way. And lastly, most importantly, live in the mode of surrender. Whatever happens, happens. And thinking about that, several times we find ourselves struggling, and that struggle is futile. We are just torturing ourselves over things that we cannot control, and that is also one thing that is essential in life, and that is essentially what your principle is. I read somewhere that God grant me the serenity to something like God grant me the serenity to accept what I cannot change. And that is a state of surrender, and that takes away so much of your tension and everything. So the floor is open for question and answers. Anyone, you can unmute yourself and go for it.
Hi, DTM Raghu. I am Tihaj Fatma, and first of all, thank you so much for inspiring me throughout your life journey. Because I also witnessed through your social media post, and I was always looking forward to, okay, DTM Raghu is improving a lot. I have to make the shifts, and you introduced the Sattvic lifestyle to me. It is helping me a lot. Thank you so much for that. My sleep, my different things are really improved. Not to that level you have achieved. But one question, as I used green juices as well, but I heard people saying that when we use uh, water, when we start our day with drinking a lot of water, uh, there comes kind of, you can say, frustration throughout the day or something. So I just avoided that doing. I used to, the I don't, maybe this is misconception, but I try to avoid because uh, I believe it can have worst effects. So can you share your experience? Because I can go for a green juice, but even a plain water is not something I can trust right now.
Thank you, Fatima. And I remember now that we interacted and also you joined Satvik Moment. One thing I would say, too much of anything is not good. Okay. Second thing is also depends upon the source of water. Third thing is the recommendations of water, which you must drink. The feeling that you must have got is because if you take a lot of water, you will lose minerals from the body. If too much of water will cause urination, and then due to that you will lose the minerals of the body, and once you start losing the minerals, it will start affecting your mind, which is why you start feeling irritated, confused, and all other states. So drink in the recommendation. So why I said 1 liter in the morning, that will help flush out everything that we ate the day before. It will keep your body fresh. Trust me. Next time you're doing it, drink hot water or warm water and a normal room if that's not possible. But if it is possible, drink hot water, sizzling water, I would say. And then after that, drink less. And as I told, do not drink before eating, 30 minutes before eating and 30 minutes after eating. And then try to, or even if you want, if there is urge, try sipping a little bit, but then drink in the recommended level. At the end of day, it should be either 2 to 3 liters, not more than that. If you're just having a sedentary lifestyle, if you have an active lifestyle, maybe you can drink more. Now this makes sense why you were feeling irritated.
Yeah, thank you so much, DTM Raghu. Ibtihaj just confirmed that she thoroughly is convinced with the answer. Next, DTM Irfan has a question.
Thank you very much, Raghu. First thing I would say that had you told your story in the beginning, then my listening would have been increased 80% more. In the beginning, I thought it is, honestly speaking, just a theoretical portion. But when you said you have lose your weight with this habit from 103 to 70, I feel sorry why I didn't care what you were saying, why I was not so much conscious what you were saying. I was just hearing what you were saying and not really listening to what you were saying. So if you have gained something practically, kudos to you, great achievement. However, from your presentation, there were a few things that I would like to ask you. For instance, you talked about milk and meat and eggs, and you said all these things are infected by the medicines that are given to the animals, and the effect is because of those things. If we take the same example, then we would say same thing is being done with the grains also, with the pulses also. They are also affected by the medicines that are given for killing the bugs and as nutrients and urea and things like that. So isn't it the same thing for everything in our today's world, that everything is affected by the so-called medicines, not only the milk, eggs and meat, but now anything you eat is affected by that?
Yeah, sure. First thing is grains. When it comes to grains, if you have seen them, I have recommended millets. Millets don't need pesticides. So that is why they are highly recommended. And next thing is there are organic products that you can use for the grains. And second thing is when it comes to vegetables and meat, you're in the meat, you're eating something that is injected inside, and eating that is outside a pesticide, that's different. Now you can, whatever you have, greeny leaves or anything that you can soak in a water in a which is with a salt or soda, and that can cleanse the pesticides over it. Or rather than you can also have organic products. Even in the meat, if you might ask, like what earlier days, again, the or even the country, there are organic products in the chicken too, right? That also can be used. But right now, whatever is the diet that is being used, something that is bred completely in small cages, they don't have any place to move. They don't have any other thing, that they're just being living in horrific conditions. And if we are being fed, we are also feeding on their cruelty. That everything is coming to us, whatever their thought process and everything, just not the meat. So there's a lot to it for the living and non-living thing. So I cannot go in detail due to the timeline uh, thing, but maybe some other time I can discuss in detail. But for now, I would say there are alternatives to it when it comes to the foods like the grains or nuts and everything. But it's not for the meat. That's a problem today.
Our next question is from Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim. Everyone, please keep your questions brief, and over to you, Toastmaster Zahra.
So my question to you is how to motivate oneself to be consistent and determined for losing weight and to thrive in this journey. Because if you can see, I have a treadmill beside me, but I have never used it. Like at times this also happens when you are on your you won't eat anything on the shelf, won't eat bakery items, but you, after 4 or 5 days, you are, when something delicious comes to your in front of you, I think I just eat it. So this is my question to you, if you understood that. So
I have two sons. Okay. When the doctor told me that I have diabetes and high blood pressure, so I thought the what can happen in the worst phase. I've seen my three uncles dying due to chronic kidney diseases because they ignored these issues. They had high diabetes and they never cared about it. And then that resulted in chronic kidney disease and they died in a very sad state. And I imagined my life at that stage. I had choices whether to succumb or to fight for it. Then I choose the second one. And I every day I keep that as my motivation. I motivate myself to do it. If you don't know what is chronic kidney disease is, maybe Google it and then you will know what can happen. Because today each one of us are prone to that disease in one or other level. If you're becoming overweight, you are prone to chronic kidney disease at one level.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Toastmaster Shakil Khwaja.
Thanks, DTM Talha. Am I audible?
You're audible, Shakil.
First of all, DTM Raju, thanks a lot for spending your precious time to give us a valuable knowledge, which is not even easily available in electronic or social media today. It's all against the commercialism that goes. And I would like to congratulate you. You are such an enthusiastic Toastmaster. You are delivering another keynote speech just in the next half an hour. I came to know it page turner from TM Mary Thomas. Yeah, you are really an inspiration for all of us. Yeah, my question is, as you mentioned in the 7 habits, that you should do something in if you have a mission and vision in your life. It's sometimes we have a mission and vision in our life, but we tend to lose consistency on it and just switch to another vision, another idea in our life. So how to be consistent on one idea and work for it and pursue excellence?
Okay. So the one that I mentioned about is do something that you love or like. Because unless you have purpose in life, you will lose yourself over a period of time. For example, you love dancing. For example, I love collecting coins. Or rather, I started loving public speaking. And then recently I discovered that I can stand up for social causes. But I got opportunity to speak for child education in a school, talking before an audience of almost 100 plus people. That gave me an inspiration. And also one cause, I thought that Almighty has shown me a way to mix my passion with the purpose of life. Probably you should find it. And it's okay if you're finding another purpose and another passion, it's okay, but live with your passion because without passion, without purpose, sometimes we lose ourselves. That's the whole goal there.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. We have a question from Maria Khan. Over to you, Maria.
Thank you, DTM Raghav. I am very inspired with your session. And the reason for the inspiration was as I am also diabetic and a hypertension patient. And I also have started the same journey a month before. And I lost 2 kgs. But my question you have already answered that how to uh, mm, uh, get yourself motivated by getting those urges to uh, eat the food that you used to eat. But my second question is that mm, having the repeated food doesn't bother you, or how would you add the variations in your food as most of the items you have cut down from your meals? Thank you.
There are several recipes across the internet that you can refer to. So many vegan recipes, so many vegetarian recipes. And trust me, they are much tastier than non-veg And for non-veg, they have very limited recipes. But vegetarian, there are several that you can do. And I've started my own page, Sattvic Recipes, where I have posted the recipes of several detox juices and also healthy drinks, natural healthy drinks, and also natural items that you can eat as healthy but still love them. You can just search Sattvic Recipes on Facebook page and then find my page there.
Thank you so much. And I believe that brings us to the end of the questions. Does anyone else have any question? Because I believe we are all gaining a lot from this session. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I was about to ask, and I would also request DTM Raghu to share your presentation, if you can, in the club group, the club WhatsApp group, because uh, that was very useful. And of course, this session is being recorded, so the recording will be available. And Thank you so much once again, DTM Raghu. I believe this has been one of the most engaging, one of the most useful keynote sessions, not only in Quantum Leap, but anywhere else that I've heard. Many keynotes just have empty rhetoric, useless, empty motivational quotes and words without, they tell us that you can go far and beyond, you can excel in your life, and you can do this, you can do that. But nobody really tells you how actually you can do that. And very rarely those speakers have actually done all those things that they're preaching about. So uh, once again, thank you so much. And DTMSF, do you mean that it can be shifted if it can be shifted now? Is that what you mean?
This is what I mean.
All right. Sure. No worries. So we are making a slight change to the agenda. Also, we'll have this one speaker today, DTM Irfan. Toastmaster Imran is actually occupied in his work. So we are making a slight change to the agenda, and we are moving now to the table topic session. So please welcome our founding president, a stalwart of not only District 122, but the Toastmasters community worldwide, a former district governor of District 79, and he is one of the people who laid the foundations for the spectacular success that Toastmasters has had in the Middle East. He is a very humble and learned individual, endless source of knowledge, endless source of support, and one of the key pillars of Quantum Leap and so many other clubs. Everyone, please put your hands together for DTM Saif Ali Sheikh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guest. Where is Raghu? Raghu is already left. I have a topic for him. Anyhow. So let's start the topic. Table topic, are you ready? Are you ready? Good. So my first topic to Kalpana. Kalpana, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Kalpana, topic for you, Toastmaster Kalpana. How does the expression "you are what you eat" apply to your personal lifestyle choices?
All right.
Let me repeat
hello.
the topic again.
Yeah, sure.
How does the expression "you are what you eat" apply to your personal lifestyle choices?
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Kalpana here, and I'm a Toastmaster. I'm a fellow member with DTM Raghu, who just gave away his topic on the Sattvic movement, and I'm from Hyderabad. a very warm welcome. And I think this is for the first time that I am just trying to give my speech in a different, I would say, area. This is for the first time. And thank you for the topic that you have given me. So like whatever we eat, it definitely shows the expression. So for that, I would say if you are having a food which is not very, I would say, which do not have much of spices, you don't use much of onion, garlic, and it's just a cooked food, a plain cooked food, adding little salt and to taste, just a little salt to taste. And you do not really spice up your food and you have it, you definitely feel that in your stomach it easily gets digested. And you also feel that you are very comfortable, your mood, it affects your mood. But say for example, you have something very spicy, maybe I give you some 5 mirchis and I ask you to eat. You have it, and later someone just tries to speak. Hey, Sheikh, how are you doing? You do not respond. It immediately affects your emotions. It immediately affects your brain. It triggers. So I would say that, like, whatever you eat, that definitely shows up on your emotions. So that's all from my end. I would like to close my speech.
Thank thank you very much, Toastmaster Kalpana. And my next table topic speaker is Toastmaster Maria Khan. Toastmaster Maria, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, topic for you. Can you share a memorable experience that made you reconsider the impact of your diet on your overall well-being? Let me repeat the topic. Can you share a memorable experience that made you reconsider the impact of your diet on your overall well-being?
Thank you so much, uh, TM Saif. This is basically my first meeting to attend the table topic. I am Maria Khan from Lahore, Contour office. And thank you for asking this question. And it is very, you can say, considerable topic for me as well. Few years back, when the diabetes started with, I am started with the diabetes. Um, I was initially asked by the doctor that I need to maintain it using a healthy food. And I did that for a year without taking any additional medicines. And I was on the pre-diabetic levels. And after that, as you know, weight usually get people gain the weight. So that's why after taking another advice from one of my friend to go on the keto diet, where we do not use carbs and just stay on fats and proteins, which helped me reduce my weight around 3 kgs. Uh, but at that time, I was not able to continue that due to some reasons. But again, now I at this stage, I want to be consider myself as an healthy, moving around for my kids and my family. So because when I did those exercises twice back in my life, I was feeling healthy and more active, instead of feeling weak or lethargic. So that is something which helped me to move to this routine. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Maria Khan. And my next question goes to Toastmaster Shakil Khwaja. Shakil, Toastmaster Shakil, can you unmute yourself, please?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. And the question for you. What role does mindfulness play in making conscious food choices, considering the concept of you are what you eat? Let me repeat the topic for you.
Yeah.
What role does mindfulness play in making conscious food choices, considering the concept of you are what you eat? Toastmaster Shakil Khwaja.
Thank you. Once upon a time, two friends were talking with each other in a green garden, as green as a greeny leaf. Ali was talking to Zed. Assalamu alaikum, how are you? I am fine. What's up for today? Today is a Sunday. Yeah, why not go for some fast food? Yeah, KFC like thing. Or we have also local chains as well. Fast food or pizza. Really? Are you serious? Yes, I am serious. Don't you just dine out for the fast food? Well, I have to think about it twice. Now I am a little bit mindful regarding my food choices. So where should we go? I think we can have some local flavors or maybe less spicy, less oily things. These are also available, but they are difficult to find in our choices restaurants. We can try. At least I have tried and found one good restaurant. We can go there. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, when there is a will, there is a way. Really, sometimes it's very easy for us to fall in a trap. Whenever our friend or office colleague offers us to dine out, we are not mindful enough just what we are eating. Just we kill our bad habits. We kill our diet, we kill our health just in being socializing. Be mindful whenever you're going to eat something because just you will socialize for half an hour maybe, but you may have to regret it for the rest of your life in the shape of the bad health. So it's my message to all of you, just think a little twice at the time before you eat or drink anything. I would like to end my speech with a quote. My teacher at ICMAP just told me two things: eat on time and never drink water from outside. You don't know what's in the tank of the water. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shakil Khwaja. And my next table topic speaker is Toastmaster Ibtihaj Fatma.
Yes.
Toastmaster Fatma, unmute yourself. And the topic
Yes.
for you: how has your understanding of nutrition evolved, and what changes have you made in your diet as a result? The topic for you, Toastmaster Ibtihaj Fatma: how has your understanding of nutrition evolved, and what changes have you made in your diet as a result?
You eat what you are planning to, you are mindful of, you craving. That was my concept. I used to think it's all about what we want. We have to take it. It is going to help us a lot to be a bigger person. But fellow Toastmasters, turning 19, entering in next level university life, I got a setback. That was, I was diagnosed with few skin disease infections and a vitiligo. I was diagnosed as a vitiligo patient. The doctor advised me never use the packaged food. Don't do this. Don't eat white. Don't eat salt. Literally, what they want me to eat was a few boiled vegetables with a very pinch of salt. That should be pink and nothing else. You can't drink water. You can't drink milk. You can't drink other things. Like being from a village, we have very favorite food, lassi. I followed that diet for about 2 to 3 for 2 years probably. What were the results? my vitiligo got more severe. I was having a lot of hair fall. I was having different issues in my own personality. Here, I recognized I am following the wrong instructions. I have to cure my disease by taking the nutrition. That is really important for me. So, by the grace of Allah Almighty, I got good consultant, and at the same time, I joined different lifestyle movements like Sattvic movement. I entered and I started listening to different things about the understanding of nutrition. Like we can't just go for eating lot of fibers and at the same time lot of different stuff. We have to make a balanced diet. That is helping me a lot to be towards back. Now I am without any medicine and I am recovering on a very faster pace. So my request to you is use what nature is giving to you, like sunlight and different things. Over to Toastmaster and Seb,
Thank
DTM
you.
Seb, please.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ibtihaj Fatma. Toastmaster Aleem Khan, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Toastmaster, yes, very much. Toastmaster Aleem Khan, the question for you, the table topic for you, not the question, table topic for you is, do you believe that certain meals or dietary habits have a significant impact on your personal energy level and productivity? Let me repeat the topic again. Do you believe that certain meals or dietary habits have a significant impact on your personal energy level and productivity?
Thank you very much, DTM, Table Topic Master, DTM says, for that wonderful question. And yes, I think there are certain personal eating habits that affect my energy level. And those habits are that the time of the day that I have the particular meal on. For example, in the office or anywhere, even at home, if I have a really tasty plate of biryani in the afternoon, then there is surely going to be uh, laziness setting in. And I need to have a really nice cup of tea just to keep myself up. But I usually don't find that to be true for my body because the cup of tea has never really affected me, neither the energy drinks. I think it's just a psychological impact that it has on me. I don't know about others. People crave for coffee, early morning coffee, but I never find it very much affecting my health or the energy levels. What I found is that when I'm feeling sleepy, the best eating, I would say it's not eating, the best habit would be just to take a nap. A 15, 20 minutes laying down flat on the floor. If you have a mat, that will be really great. That really helps the energy levels, especially in the afternoon. And in the mornings, when you've had like good 6 hours of sleep or even a 5 hour sleep, that's okay. But when you get up, if you do a little bit of physical exercise, that really helps. Otherwise, in the winters, you just want to put the blanket on and go to sleep. That half an hour, those 5 minutes expand into that half an hour. But coming back, yes, chips, cold drinks, I really love them, but they really do have an impact on my energy level and yes, impact on my performance. So I love to eat and I do balance it out just for the sake of my keeping my conscience clear that I am following a very healthy diet and I'm all healthy, I'm fresh. So that's just for that. So knowledge about good eating, healthy habits, and I mean I've read it all, but just to justify, okay, what tasty foods that I can have. Okay, today I can have this zinger burger because I exercised 40 minutes after a 6 month break. So But yes, the energy level, it gets impacted with the type of food and the time of the day you have that food. So if you monitor that, you can impact your performance, but yet at the end of the day, the results count. But you would be satisfied that you put in the right effort. And even if you don't get the results in your favor, you know where you went wrong and you know what you need to do other than the eating habits. So to keep your motivational level up. So thank you very much. I hope that helped, and great topic. Thank you, DT and Saif. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Aleem Khan. And my next topic for Toastmaster Khurram Saeed Chishti. Toastmaster Khurram, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, table topic master.
You look like a sleepy one.
Sir, I had my nose surgery, so that's why my nose is completely packed. That's why my video is not there.
Okay, the question for you.
Yes, sir.
How do you navigate the balance between enjoying indulged foods and maintaining a healthy lifestyle? Would you
Thank
like
you,
me?
table topic. No, I'm clear. See, and thank you, table topic master. And it's a very important topic, especially to the quorum around the table here. Most of Lahoris are there, and we carve the Lahori Khaba foods, and we cannot live without that, actually, to be very honest. So, yes, we need to have a healthy diet in our food chain. And to be very honest, 90% of our Lahori Khaba food are, far away from the million light years from the healthy diet. So, but they are very tasty, believe me. I love them. The important point is that you need to understand few things, that there is a standard bell natural curve in life. You need to have most of your time, your 90% of the time, in your healthy lifestyle, and you need to trust from the day one that you will have a cheat day. So don't feel regret, don't feel shame. Use those unhealthy cheat days where you have das kulchas with your friends in Lahori Gate or payas or this and that, and cherish those moments. Do those cheatings with the open heart and have fun, because that's what makes you living. There are good things in life and there are other things in life. So I never say that be an angel. We are not angels. So don't try to be one. So, and that's what I love. So yes, you maintain your healthy lifestyle, looking into your loved ones, your own life, your long healthy behaviors, but you add a tadka or the cherry on the top of the cake to use those moments where you eat lavish, oily, masala type of foods, and you never give up. You promise to yourself that I never give up those foods. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Khurram Saeed Chishti. And my next table topic speaker is Toastmaster Mariam Aftab Khan. Can you unmute yourself? Oh,
Hi.
not the Khan, Mariam Aftab Kidwai.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
the topic for you, Mariam. Do you believe that society attitude toward food and nutrition have changed over time? And if so, in what ways?
Firstly, if we talk about societies, we have to understand that culture plays an important role in it. Now, from where I belong, I would say no. It will take time. And why it will take time is because it is the food. We all know that we eat rich food. We have a rich culture in that way, and it is rooted in our society. Now, it cannot be changed. No, it can be changed. And yes, the progress have started. And I'll tell you how it has started and from where. my cousin's daughter. They are the younger generation. They are conscious, but I would say not in a good way. They are conscious. They are conscious about their height, their weight, how they look, and in that way they have stopped eating oily foods. Now everyone knows chia seeds. Now there are many terms that we use and many foods that we are introduced to, and this is how people are getting to it. Well, we cannot take oil, and even if we are eating dal, we need a tarka or ghee ka or dal and so on. So we cannot take that thing out of it. And this is what I sometimes, if I um, communicate with my peers, I would say that we cannot change that. If they say they need dal cannot be served without oil, and chawal cannot be served without jeera and all. Is dal chawal has to be fancy. Cannot change that thing. It's very difficult. And you are changing because of the circumstances, situations. You got this disease, you have the health problem, now you are changing it. Trust me, I am right now after the delivery, I have gained a lot, and I am jungling because of this. I cannot leave my habits because it is deep rooted in me, and I have to fight myself for that. And I'm craving and I cannot starve. So that's the issue. That's the main problem we all are facing right now. And it is because of the culture and society we are in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mariam. And by this, I end the table topic session here. And today we have the Kalpana, Toastmaster Maria Khan, Toastmaster Shakil, Toastmaster Fatima, Toastmaster Aleem Khan, Toastmaster Khurram, Toastmaster Mariam. Timer, could you please mention the time taken by the table topic speaker?
Yes, all the speakers have qualified except Toastmaster Aleem Khan, who exceeded his time.
Okay, at the same time, whenever you feel appropriate, just send the voting so
Yes.
they can cast the vote to they feel the best table topic speaker today. Over to the TMOD, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And apologies, Toastmaster Zara. I think the table topic session now has ended. Actually, she has a cousin with her who'd like to speak on table topics. Anyhow, now we move on to the prepared speech. And I'm launching the poll, everyone. Please vote. Just a second. Yeah. So in the meantime, let's move on to the next session, which is the prepared speech. And our speaker today is DTM Irfan Faruqi. The evaluation panel has changed slightly due to the availability, or rather the lack of availability of members. Our lead evaluator is Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim. Our visual evaluator was supposed to be Toastmaster Imran Rana, but since he's not here, I will replace him. Our auditory evaluator is Toastmaster Khurram Saeed. Our perceptible evaluator would be, if I can, yeah, just give me a second, who else is there? So, Toastmaster Khurram, wait, you're already the auditory evaluator. So perhaps we can skip the perceptible part and we can move straight to structural, and which will be done by DTM Saif Ali Sheikh. So with that, let me hand over the floor now to Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim, who will introduce the project.
All right. So the purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing a speech with an emphasis on aiding language to increase, the interest and impact. So the the title of a speech, of DTM Irfan Faruqi's speech, is A Blind's World. A Blind's World, DTM Irfan Faruqi, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And let me begin my Just give me 1 second, please.
Please.
Yes, please. Dear fellow Toastmasters, how wonderful it is that we are living in a world full of various joys. Just look out of your window after this meeting. What would you see? You would clearly see beautiful sky, excellent weather, and you will see a lot of people enjoying their lives. Fellow Toastmasters, I just want one request from you. Please close your eyes. Actually, please close your eyes. Although everybody is out, no, I can't see any face, but please close your eyes. Let the veil of darkness descend gently upon your vision. Imagine this is the life of a blind man. You cannot see anything. You cannot see the beauty of the world. Imagine the absence of color and shapes. How pathetic this world looks like. The whole world around you is now reduced to only whispers, scents, and sensations. You can't see anything. The beauty of the mountains, the greenery of trees, the running children on the road. You cannot see anything. In this realm of darkness, one might think that the world has lost its wonder to us. Well, Toastmasters, please open your eyes now. Look around your world. Do you think a blind man's world is nothing? Do you think blind man is living in a world where there is just darkness? No. How mistaken is this assumption that he is living in a darkness? He is looking at the world with his senses. He is looking the world with others' eyes. The words coming from the other people. Let me just share one small story with you. Ahmed was hospitalized after a severe accident. And when he woke up in a hospital room, he saw there was another patient by the name James. James' bed was close to the window. Ahmed was close to the door. In the evening, James, who was sitting at the window, saw out and started laughing. Ahmed asked, what happened? James said, I had been watching that particular gentleman who had been trying to move around a beautiful girl for last 7-8 days. Girl was not responding at all. But today, the girl has raised her head, smiled at him, and now that gentleman is sitting with the girl. They are talking. Ahmed laughed at it, said, oh, tell me something more. What do you see out? It was in the evening time, and he said, my dear, there is a junk of roads moving one on another, crossing each other, lot of traffic. People are moving here and there. And now, since it is an evening time, there is a beautiful park on my right side where I told you the story of a man and a girl sitting over there, what I had been watching for them for the last few days. In that park, I can see children are playing. Some of them are playing around merry-go-round, some are on seesaw. A few of them are playing cricket. Oh, look over there. One of the mother is running after the kid, and the kid is not being caught by the mother. Kid is so naughty, so fast, mother is unable to catch her. And he started telling stories of the outside world to Ahmed, who was unfortunately bedridden and couldn't move anything. Few days passed. Every evening, James would tell stories that he was watching out of the window. Ahmed enjoyed the outside world with the eyes of James. Unfortunately, after about 15-20 days, James was suffering from a fatal disease. Unfortunately, he died. It was a sad day for Ahmed because again, the world had become darkened for him. He was unable to see anything, what's going on outside. In a few more days, Ahmed recovered from his disease, his illness, his problem, his panic. Now he was able to stand on his feet. And he started walking. The first thing he wanted was, please take me to the window. I also want to see the world that James was telling the stories about. Fellow Toastmasters, do you know what happened? When Ahmed reached to the window, he saw that there is no vision outside. It was a blind wall of the hospital out of the window. There was no scene outside. There were no roads. There was no park. There were no children. Whatever James was telling was not real at all. It was fabricated. It was stories. Fellow Toastmaster, the world is full of stories. Let's look at the world not from eyes, but from the words of ours and others. Back to you, host of the day.
Thank you so much, DT Irfan Faruqi, for making us look at the world, or rather, not look at the world. Now, I hand over the charge to Toastmaster Zahra, who will lead the evaluation session.
All right, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you very much. DTM Irfan Faruqi, you captivated the audience since the very beginning with just the title of your speech, I must say. You kept a receptive and perceptual thought process into an account to give the meaning to the title. And after understanding your speech, you managed to do it because I think other people were able to make perfect sense out of it. And what made you choose the title? And it was a good technique to keep the audience in trailing. If I talk about your entire speech, the way since the beginning till the last, how you incorporated a story in between, how you started metaphorically made us visualize every small detail of which we often neglect, right? Uh, with our eyes closed. You made us step into the real life experience of a visual impaired individual, his perception, and how he sees the world around himself, his or herself. You eventually incorporated a story, and it was like you added a cherry on top, how able to relate the entire what you elicited, what you were able to make us understand, and how you able to relate the story to it. And I remember I've read this small little story in Robin Sharma's book, "Who Will Cry When You Die." So this is and how you I think I think you changed it in terms of the I would say the correct and you added on to you added a little beginning but you were able to connect with those there was a bed, and how you used to visually he couldn't able to see it, but how you used to narrate it to the other person. So I would say, all in one, it was a wonderful speech, and it was truly, we could able to feel it actually. And how you said, close your eyes and let the imagine the life of a blind whale, the greenery of trees, look out of the window, beautiful sky. So every small detail, because I think I just want to add one thing, because your yeah, the project details, if I would say, it was about the plot, a setting, and where you could able to add the descriptive language into your speech. So you nailed it, I must say. And the literacy elements, how you the setting, the plot, the metaphors used, which if you were able to enhance your speech. So I must say, it was a wonderful speech, and thank you for taking out time and being here. And now I would can able to call the panel of the list of other the round robin evaluators. So if I'm not wrong, there was a little change. DTM Tal, if you can able to help me, please.
Yeah, sure, sure,
I'm
sure.
also opening the agenda.
Yeah, sure.
So we
Actually,
need,
don't open the agenda because it has
yeah,
changed.
basically,
So
yeah.
I will, yeah, uh,
Thank you very
I
much.
will be the visual evaluator, and Toastmaster Khurram will be the auditory evaluator, and for structural, we'll have DTM staff. So I'll start with the visual evaluation.
All right.
Now, yeah, now DTM Irfan, congratulations for nailing the visual aspect of this speech, because this speech did not require that much visuals. It required descriptive language. So the visuals needed to come through words rather than anything actually visual, and you nailed it. You delivered it in a style that was absolutely suited to the speech. Had it been any other speech, we would have said that you were just sitting, you're too close to the camera. But in this case, it was absolutely essential for the speech to be translated. That's how you achieved a very intimate tone. We heard each and every word you said, and that is what the point of descriptive language. And also, we could see your facial expressions, which are not usually seen when someone is standing on a stage and gesticulating. They make up for the lack of vision of facial expressions through gestures, but you didn't need them because we could see your face and the expressions. So, absolutely nailed it. And also, bonus points for making us feel what the life of a blind person would be by the simple act of making us close our eyes. So, um, visually, I can find anything to improve in this particular speech. Over to you, Toastmasters.
All right. Thank you very much. Now I'll move to our the auditory part. Over to our DTM Khurram Chishti. Yes. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarah, and hope to be DTM soon. Not yet, but it's okay. So thank you, Toastmaster Irfan Farooq, for delivering an inspirational and excellent speech. Overall, as my previous evaluator said, you mesmerize us. It was an amazing speech. That the way it was delivered is amazing. You are an amazing speaker as well. The only addition I would like, there was a voice modulation, to be very honest, in a nice way it has been done. What could have been improved? For the sake of improvement, I'm adding something that if you can add a bit of a laughter into that, or some grief or sorrowness, maybe it can add, a cherry on the top of the cake. So you add everything already. It will be unfair to add, something more, but just for the sake of improvement, I would say, if you add some laughter, even you laugh little, or you grieve or carve on something what happening, maybe that could be, an additional improvement. Do consider it in your next speech if it is possible. Thank you very much. Over to lead evaluator.
Thank you very much. Now we will move to our perceptible evaluator, DTM Seth. Right? Yes.
So you are mute.
So, yeah.
Sab, you're mute.
I was unmuted. Now I'm unmuted myself first. And I'm going to take care of the structural part of the speech as mentioned by the DTM Tara before. So, Toastmaster Irfan Farooqi, I think this project is belonging to storytelling, and you achieve the purpose of this project. And you narrated the story with the sequence is well structured, and you did some exercise. Just close your eyes and imagine the darkness, and you take us to the world how dark it is. Then you bring the character Ahmed, and then the mother and the James. It's a well organized way. You introduce the character and they're a part of in your story. What I feel about it, that Toastmaster Irfan Farooqi, that you close your speech abruptly. You did not carry us toward the end and making the conclusion in a powerful way. You just ended. I thought you was looking toward the Talha. The timer is watching you, and you might have the time constraint. But the structure part is there are three things are very important: the opening, body, and the conclusion. Your body was extremely perfect. Opening, I think it is acceptable, but your conclusion, I think you have to work on the conclusion that make your speech perfectly all right. Over to the lead evaluator.
All right. So I would like to call, I think, yeah, TTM Irfan Farooqi on the stage to give some views. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Today's session was really a challenging session for me because sometimes people develop good expectations, and I am completing a very special challenge for myself, completing a complete path within 2 weeks. And for that, we have to deliver 17 new speeches in 2 weeks, and there was no time to study before 2 weeks. I had to open it and then I'll close it within 2 weeks. So a lot of time constraint on me, but I was trying to manage. Talha gave me a very excellent feedback in my previous speech, and that was really something very, very challenging. Talha is always very, he did not clearly said that speech was low level, but my previous speech, I understand the challenge given to me by Talha, and so I made more effort in today's speech. This was not a storytelling speech, it was something related to how you word it. So that's why a few things were not very good. I've taken notice of what I'm told. Thank you very much, Saif Saab, for mentioning about the closing part. I tried to close it properly by saying that let's look at the world not from the eyes but from the words of the others. But probably I could add more onto it. Thank you. Excellent feedback for me today. Thank you very much. Back to you, G.
Thank you so much, DTM Farooq, and again, absolutely inspiring speech in every respect. Now we move on to the last session, which is the general evaluation session. So, over to you, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Khurram Chishti.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmaster, distinguished guests, it has been an amazing session today. The keynote speech in itself was the elemental to the topic, and it was an amazing. Before I give my general evaluation report, I will call upon the report from the language evaluator. Toastmaster Zara Ibrahim, would you please share your report?
All right, thank you very much. If I talk about the word of the day, so I think, if I'm not wrong, was it? I think it was difficult or what? So I think nobody can able to use it. Like, although I think we missed it or somewhere, but we were unable to use it. So
Yeah, you mentioned it, but I think nobody used it. So
yeah,
it wasn't missed, but
missed it. Like people missed it. Like So yeah.
I
So if
just used it 1 minute before.
you used it, who?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know. All right. So I must say it was a wonderful speech. We learned so much out of it. In the keynote, everything was so crystal clear. I would say how we can able to revolutionize our journey for eating healthy, or be a better person at the end, and how it can change us as a person, our thought process and everything. So I must say that I could not able to find that much of not so good usage of grammar. Everyone tried their best. Whoever came on stage, even in the table topics, just nailed it. So when I talk about the keynote speaker, so he used tons of vocabulary. I would say, those were the simple sentences in term, like we can call it phrases, but they carried a lot of meaning. I would say the weightage. So it was flushing the toxins, regulating the body temperature, uh, and he was avoid the food on shelves. So it was more of a learning for each one of us. When I talk about the overall, I would say the in terms of table topics or the speeches. So the right effort, performance, monitoring the skills, justifying. Sometimes can't there were other things like someone said. Yeah, uh, sorry, psychological impact, craving affecting the health. Now even the way the one of the speakers started, like sometimes I'm missing that point, that our culture has a very deep rooted meaning, like in a sense, when we are in a society, it's like very we have that culture, and we need to see that. So it was a very positive, I would say, point. And there are yeah, taking putting the cherry on top, cherry on the cake. So it was, everything was I would say uh, managed, and you all used the grammar really nicely. So over to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Khurram Chishti. Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zahra. Now I'll present my report. As the general evaluation report is the report on the standards of Toastmasters and the quality, I will start with the beginning of the session. Generally, from as a consistent approach in the Quantum Leap teams, and today as well, we have seen that the meetings are starting usually late because and we are giving that grace to the point that the meeting is starting on the weekend and early in the morning, and the people are taking some time to join. Although I have seen still there were a lot of guests in the room, there were people coming and going out. So it's a good and positive sign that the people know about the Quantum Leap meetings and they are attending those sessions. So that's great. Generally, the Toastmaster meetings are having two sessions, which is the business and the education sessions. The business sessions are usually not done here in a very greater manner. Most of the time, the quorum has not been met. So one advice to the lead of the Quantum Leap XCOM is that that point has to be addressed in the XCOM, that why the quorum is not been meeting and what the actions XCOM is doing in order to meet the quorum and run the business session in a proper way. Where is the VP membership report? Where is the treasurer report? Where is the VPPR report? So those kind of reports has not been shared usually here. So that is one improvement I would suggest in the business session. So that shows the professionality of the club to our guests, and that also, being bit more disciplined to everyone. Then the session started, and the keynote speech was an excellent one, excellent in a manner, a simple topic done in a beautiful way that shows that how interesting a simple topic could be and how informative it could be. And not only that, it is a life setting example with the person who make it happen. So there were so many great things. It would take another speech to explain that keynote speech. So I will keep it to that limit. The agenda changed on the last moment, and we moved the table topic on the earlier note, and the prepared speech on the last end. I think we should avoid that last moment changes, unless and even it is gravely necessary, because then most of the guests, they are always interested in the table topics, and they done their table topic and they leave the meeting. And we have seen that right after the table topic session, the amount of people left was numerous, and the audience are less now. Then on the other hand, we somehow, if apart again from going back to the ESCOM, talk about and look into that, how we can have more role assigned to the people. We are consistently not having a R counter, which is one of the a very important role in the meeting. And obviously, then we because we don't have the people here, that's why we cannot assign those roles to the guest all the time. So overall, I would say an excellent meeting from the perspective that we have a limited resources. We did everything we can, and we are still running a beautiful message. We are delivering a great information, great speeches, great table topics. So, but my view on this one is that if with this limited approach we are doing that one, if we fix some of the basics in the meetings, from the quorum perspective, from the audience perspective, that Quantum Leap Club can do a world-class meetings, which can be a role model for many other clubs coming in the future. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Khurram Chishti. Thank you for the comprehensive journal evaluation. I would make one request to you, and that would be that if you could summarize some of the key points in text form and share it in the executive committee group, that would be incredible, because those are some of the same points that I wish to share, but coming from the GE and coming from an XCOM member, that would be more valuable. So can you do that? Maybe today,
Yeah, for
tomorrow,
sure.
anytime. All right.
For
Thank
sure.
you so much. And yes, so first of all, addressing the quorum issue. In most of the meetings, we do have quorum. That is one thing. Today, we had several regular attendees. Somehow they did not have, like they booked roles, but they could not attend. So DTM Iram, Toastmaster DTM Saad, DTM GK Ajay, these are three people now, and I think, yeah. And we also have also used to have Toastmaster Muslim, who used to be a very regular attendee, but now he's got other engagements. So and yes, Toastmaster Osama Ali. So that is five members right there, and those are very regular attendees. So usually the quorum is there. And secondly, you're very right about last minute change, but I only did that because it came from DT himself, and I know perfectly well that he always must have a very good reason for that change, because he does not usually request such changes. So, but all your points are well noted, and we have, and this is an announcement, everyone, we have our 50th meeting coming up, and next meeting will be the 50th meeting, and DTM staff has already very kindly agreed to be the Toastmaster of the day. In fact, he was the only viable candidate for TMOD for the contribution that he has made for this club. So let's get back and let's listen to Toastmaster Khurram, what he has said. Let's book our roles and let's make that meeting a memorable one. I will request everyone to send via private chat to me your vote for the best big three, because somehow the polls are not working. they have crashed out. So send your polls via private chat for the best big three. That was the Toastmaster of the day, the Table Topics Master DTM Saf, and the Journal Evaluator Toastmaster Khurram. And one more thing, Toastmaster Khurram, we never had our counter role in Quantum Leap it from the beginning because it's an advanced club, so it was felt that it was not needed. And we also have language evaluator instead of grammarian because of that same reason. So now let's move on to some of the guests. Uh, Toastmaster Shakil Khwaja, you have something to say.
Yeah, thanks for giving me an opportunity. Just actually, I would like to thank you. This is the first time I have attending a Quantum League meeting since I've known, the reason I was busy in the Excel sessions I had to conduct. So really enjoyed it. And also I want to invite all of you tomorrow at 9 a.m. till 10:30 in the morning. Alhamdulillah, I'm hosting a Dubai-based Toastmaster meeting, the keynoters. I will also send you an invite of Zoom as well. Looking forward to your best wishes as well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Mariam, your thoughts on the meeting?
Yes, I am. I enjoyed this meeting a lot. I mean, the topic was good, and I was here to learn about more for the food, that how can one control the diet and what should be added in it and what should not. And that was a fruitful, I would say, meeting, and I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and very special guest from one of the from the newest club.
The last screen is frozen. Saf, please, you continue because the last.
Okay. Well, Toastmaster, let me ask Maria Khan for your comments, please.
Yes, I am very new member of this Toastmaster platform, and you can say this is my first full meeting that I have attended. The one previously was in our club. We have to live in middle, so this is the one whole meeting that I have attended, and definitely there are a lot of information on different topics and point of view of different people, and listening to different school of thoughts that's basically helped me out and also I got motivation from the keynote speaker as well, and he addressed my question very well. Also the feedback that Khurram gave was very you can say to the point, and I appreciate that feedback as well. And overall, the feel that I got from this session was good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Maria Khan. I think
Thank you so much.
DTM Tala is back now. Over to DTM Tala.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maria. And we can already tell that you are a very good speaker. We'd love to not only have you in future meetings, but also invite your colleagues from Contour to this meeting. Actually, this is quite a different experience. This is an advanced club, which has a slightly different style of evaluation. And also, it is a themed club, which are very rare in Toastmasters world. So I think it will be a good learning experience for everyone if you invite everyone. So I believe with that, we bring the meeting to an end, but not before announcing the results. So best table topics went to Toastmaster Shakil Khwaja. Congratulations. And best big three goes to our table topics master, DTM Saif Ali Sheikh. So congratulations. By default, best speaker goes to Toastmaster DTM Irfan Farooqi. He qualified. Best Evaluator, Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim. And since the polls broke down, Zoom is constantly having this bug with polls. I could not hold the voting for a round robin, but I think we'll have to make do with that. So this brings the meeting to an end, and we will all see you, inshallah, in 2 weeks' time at the 50th meeting. So thank you so much, everyone.
Can you stop the recording?
Yeah, just a second.